A very good morning, students. In this session, I am going to explain about petrology. Petrology, Petra means rock and logy means study. Petra means rock and logy means study. Study of rocks is called as petrology. Petrology is a branch of geology dealing with various aspects of rocks such as their forms, classification, and occurrence. Rock is natural, solid, massive aggregates of minerals forming the crust of the earth. Rock may be hard like granite and soft like sand. Okay, sorry. Rock is natural, solid, massive aggregates of minerals forming the crust of the earth. Rock may be hard like granite and soft like sand or clay. And what is stone? The hard resistant rocks are called as stones. Example: granite, sandstone, marble. Only the selected rocks can be used for construction. That's why the best example we have mentioned here, that granite, sandstone and marble. A civil engineer has to deal with rocks during most of his life as materials for construction and as sites for engineering structure. For a mining engineer, the rocks forming the primary source of all the minerals. Classification of rocks. There is a classification in rocks based on their mode of origin. Rocks are classified as primary, secondary, and altered. I'm sorry. Primary means igneous rocks, secondary means sedimentary rocks, altered means metamorphic rocks. What is igneous rocks? These rocks are formed by the consolidation of hot molten material magma through the process of cooling and crystallization. By the process of cooling and crystallization of hot molten material magma, the igneous rocks are forming. The best example for igneous rock is granite, syenite, diorite, pegmatite, dolerite, and basalt. In the Western Ghat, the entire belt is covered by the basalt rock. That Deccan basalt starts from the Maharashtra state and ends in the Karnataka state. Almost it is parallel to the coastline of the Maharashtra as well as Karnataka. Next is sedimentary rocks. These are formed by the consolidation of sediments in the layered or bedded rocks deposited in the ocean basin. A huge these can be formed in the huge basin. Best example for sedimentary rocks are breccia, conglomerate, shale, sandstone, and limestone. The first line vertically, these belongs to the igneous rocks, and second line vertically, these belongs to sedimentary the Second one. Okay, these are the different types of minerals and rocks, and these are the rocks. The first line horizontally, first line is igneous rock. This belongs to igneous rock. Second is sedimentary rocks. You can see the conglomerate, breccia conglomerate, limestone, sandstone, and shale. And next is metamorphic rocks. The effects of temperature or pressure or both form these rocks by process known as metamorphism. The effects of temperature or pressure or both form these rocks by process known as metamorphism. These will be these process metamorphic rocks are formed by altering the pre-existing rock. Example: marble, slate, schist, and gneiss. The in the third line, last line, horizontal line, you can see the gneiss. First sample gneiss, second is marble, and the third one is the that you will see, and this fourth one is schist, and the last is slate. Okay, now we'll discuss in detail one by one igneous rocks. Origin. Igneous rocks are formed by solidification of magma and lava. The hot molten material occurring naturally below the earth is called magma. These rocks are formed at the depth of 40 kilometers due to enormous temperature and pressure. This molten material always has a tendency to penetrate into cracks and lines of weakened uh, solid rocks of the earth. This magma slowly cools down and ultimately solidifies and forms igneous rocks. Igneous rocks are classified on the basis of mode of origin. The first one is plutonic, second is hyperbasal, and the third one is volcanic. Plutonic, these rocks, igneous rocks, formed at considerable depths between 7 to 10 kilometers from the earth surface below the surface of the earth. Due to very slow rate of cooling at these depths, these rocks are coarse grained. These rocks get exposed on the surface of the earth as consequences of erosion and overlying strata. Example: granite, syenite, diorite, gabbro. Hyperbasal rocks formed at the level depths the below 2 kilometer from the surface. Example: pegmatite, porphyritic, and dolerite. Volcanic. These igneous rocks formed by cooling and crystallization of lava erupted from volcanoes on the surface of Earth. Example: basalt, rhyolite, and trachyte. Based of silica content, the rocks can be classified into acidic, basic, intermediate, and ultra basic rocks. Acidic, intermediate, basic, and ultra basic rocks. Acidic rocks. When the silica content is more than 66%, those rocks are called as acidic rocks. Example for these acidic rocks are granite, pegmatite, rhyolite. And the second one is intermediate igneous rocks. Silica present in the rock between 55 to 65% is these are comes under intermediate rocks. Example: syenite and trachyte. Basic rocks. Basic igneous rocks. Silica is in between 44 to 55% are comes under basic rocks. Example: basalt, dolerite, gabbro. And the last one is ultra basic rocks. Silica less than 44%. Silica, the rocks which contains less than 44% of silica is comes under the ultra basic rocks. But the best example is olivine basalt. Okay guys, in the next video I'll explain about forms of igneous rocks. Thank you.